Mm, Hello, everyone.
Hello,
Hello,
Miss.
Hello,
Miss.
Miss.
Hello,
How are you today?
I'm good.
I'm
I'm
fine.
good. How about you?
I'm
I'm good,
fine.
thank you. So, before we start today's meeting, let us pray to the God. Pray start. Pray end. Let me check your attendance. Start from Unita Dewi,
Present, Miss.
Giovenda,
Present, Miss.
Jody Mahendra,
Present, Miss.
Merlinia,
Present, Miss.
and Benny.
Present, Miss.
All right, thank you for joining for today's meeting. So, as we know that there are so many kind of texts, right? What do you think about the text that related to the story? What kind of text is it? You know about it?
Recount text, Miss.
No, I think it's quite similar, but it's not recount text. Who have another idea?
Narrative text.
Yeah, very good, Merlinia. It's narrative text. So today we will learn about narrative text. We just focus about um, the purpose of narrative text, the generic structure, and also the language features of narrative text. So now I want to share something for you. Can you see the screen?
Yes, Miss.
Yes, Miss.
All right. As what I said before, narrative text is really related to the story, or it can be the story itself. But in the narrative text, it is a story with a complication or problematic events that need to be resolved. So the purpose of narrative text is to amuse or entertain the reader about the story. So what about the generic structure? There are four generic structure of narrative text. The first is orientation. Orientation is about the introduction or the beginning of the story of the narrative text. So it can be where the story happened, when the story happened, or who is the main character of the story. So for example, like this, you can see here, um, there are there is an introduction about bawang merah and bawang putih. They are live with her father, her stepmother, and also her stepsister. So here is only the introduction of the story. So the second is the complication. So in the complication, it is the beginning of the problem which leads the climax. For example, here you can see that Bawang Putih went to the river to wash a lot of clothes. Then she showed a goldfish. Bawang Putih was very surprised that the goldfish could speak. And then in the story, we can see that the climax is after Bawang Merah saw the goldfish, she cook and eat the goldfish. So it is the climax of of this story. And what about the resolution? The solution here is the problem resolved of the story. So here you can see that after Bawang Merah ate goldfish, then it grow beautiful tree, and then the prince come to see it, and then meet with Bawang Putih. And after that, Bawang Putih pulled the tree easily and gave it to the prince. So it is the resolution. And for the last is the reorientation. Reorientation is about the closing remark of the story. So you can see here there is the sentence like they live happily ever after. So it is the closing remark of the story. And about the language features of the narrative text, you should pay attention for this, okay? The language features used in narrative text is simple past tense. Why it's use simple past tense? Because the story in the narrative text is talk about the past event. So you need to use the simple past tense in writing the story of narrative text. Do you got it?
Yes. Yes,
Yes,
Miss.
Miss.
Right,
Yes,
good.
Miss.
So now I want to give you one text. So the title is Cinderella. Then you need to read carefully the text about 2 minutes, and then please do the instruction below. Is that clear?
Okay, Miss.
Is that clear?
Okay, Miss.
It's clear.
Okay.
Yes.
Please do the instruction. So have you finished?
Yes, Miss.
Yes,
Yes,
Miss.
Miss.
All right. Who can identify the generic structure of the narrative text?
May I try, ma'am? Unita? I
Yes,
would like to.
Unita?
All right, so after I identify the generic structure from this story, paragraph one is the orientation, the second paragraph is the complication, the third paragraph is the resolution, and the last paragraph is the orientation. So
Yes,
that
very good, Unita. Yes. The first paragraph is the orientation, and the second paragraph is the complication. The third paragraph is the resolution, and also the last paragraph is the reorientation. It's very good. So, what about the sentences that use simple past tense in the story? Who can answer?
You, Miss.
Yes, Gail?
So, at the ball, the prince asked her to dance, but all of a sudden he heard the sound of clock, the first stroke of midnight.
Yes,
Cinderella
very
ran back
good.
to go home.
Yes, it's contained the simple past tense. Okay, what about the other students? Do you have the other ideas?
May I answer this question, Miss?
Yes, Jody?
Okay, I think, thank you. So, she live with her stepmother and two stepsisters.
Yes, good. Very good, Jody. So for the students who can answer um, today, will get one bonus point. So thank you for um, answering my question. So next, is there any question about the lesson today? Or maybe about the generic structure? Do you have any problem?
Me, Miss.
Yes, Aline?
Well, how to determine the orientation easily?
Okay, thank you for your question. Yeah, I think um, you will uh, find it difficult to determine the reorientation of the story because it is quite similar with the resolution. But you need to um, remember that the reorientation is the closing remark of the story. So you can see the sentence, for example, like um, live happily ever after, or they finally get married and live together, for example, like that. Or actually, it is optional. It can be a moral value or also advice. So, too easy to determine the reorientation, you need to focus about it. Is that clear?
Yes, Miss. Thank
Yes,
you.
Miss.
Okay, thank you. So for now, I want one of you who can retelling the best part of the story based on your interest. Who can retelling the story based on your interest about Cinderella?
May I try, Miss?
Yes?
I like the part in paragraph 2 when the fairy turned Cinderella became the most beautiful girl with beautiful slippers. Do I need to read all the paragraph?
No, you only tell me which one is your favorite, which one is the best part for you.
The best part for me is in a paragraph 2. One day, Cinderella wanted to go to the ball, but her stepmother asked her to stay at home and do her housework. The fairy turned Cinderella became the most beautiful girl with beautiful slippers. On that
Yeah.
thing.
Okay, very good, Unita. One bonus point for you. So I think that's all for today's class. So who can conclude what we have learned today from the beginning until now?
We can learn about to identify the generic structure, ma'am, of narrative text.
Yes. What else? We learned about the generic structure and also the purpose, how to identify the generic structure of the text, and also the use of simple past tense in the story. Yeah, I think that's all for today's meeting. Thank you for joining in my class. See you next week, and thank you. Goodbye.
Thank you,
Thank
Miss.
you.
Thank you, Miss.
See
Thank you,
you.
Goodbye.
Miss.